Hello, I'm back with another video. I'm back to make another ADHD video for you guys. I am going to review the ADHD for Smart Ass Women by Tracy Osuka and the ADHD Doomer video by Healthy Gamer GG or Dr. K. I'll start with the symptoms of ADHD that not everybody knows about. Number one is assertiveness, where people who have ADHD tend to be more assertive than neurotypical people because they typically just want to get to the point. They don't want to beat around the bush. Whenever they say things, they mean it, and they don't want to play this game of trying to understand another type of meaning to something that's going on. For example, hey, I'm really tired and I think that maybe you should rest and go home tonight. Whereas a neurotypical person might take that as, oh, you don't want to spend time with me. But people who are ADHD just mean what they say. Another symptom, number two, would be sensitivity to things such as injustice. We have more empathy compared to neurotypical people usually. For number three, it would be hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity to sounds, to noises, anything with the five senses. We're typically taking in much more input than neurotypical people, and we're able to take all that in, which can become extremely overwhelming. I forgot to put this in the symptoms, that their symptoms of ADHD are low self-esteem, forgetfulness, and poor memory. I think that's important to add. Some strengths for ADHD, I think the strengths are important to note, are learning skills very quickly, being able to modify tasks and hyperfixate on our interests. So for example, we can spend 5 hours playing, well, if you're a kid or maybe an adult, you can play with Legos for 5 hours, whereas a neurotypical person might get bored after about an hour or so, maybe less. Another strength is being calm within a crisis. We're able to hyperfixate on what we need to focus on in a crisis and be able to focus on the solution instead of panicking. Another strength is to notice everything, which can actually be both sides, but we're able to notice most of the things happening around us, and we're able to navigate or make decisions based on the input that we're taking in. Another strength is that we typically have more passion than neurotypical people, where we find interest in various hobbies and we will do anything and everything to get there. I'm going to talk about PMDD, RSD, and Imposter Syndrome. With PMDD, or Premenstrual Dysphoric disorder, you're seeing verbal fluency issues, anxiety, depression, mood swings, and this all stems from a lack of estrogen. Estrogen provides dopamine and serotonin, and since we are low on estrogen, this is for people with uteruses, they are having difficulty regulating emotions. So taking estrogen pills can help with this. For the first day of your period and 1 to 2 weeks before your period, you are having a low amount of estrogen, considerably low. It also worsens PMS symptoms. Another thing to add is during menopause, there are also some changes for people with ADHD during menopause. Those include fine motor issues, memory gaps, and struggles reading. We have RSD, rejection sensitive dysphoria, where we're sensitive to fear of judgment, criticism. Everyone hates you, even though the evidence points to that they don't. Emotional dysregulation, negative bias, where you dwell on the negative, you spiral in the negative, and you have these thoughts. And it also creates self-fulfilling prophecies, where you start to believe or create the reality that you believe. Oh, everyone hates me, I just shouldn't text anyone back. You don't text anyone, and you don't respond to anybody, and then you end up not having friends. Oh, no one wants to be my friend because XYZ, because I'm not good enough. And those are the types of thinking that you might have with RSD. You typically have perfectionism, and that keeps you from achieving more in life. That's RSD for you. We also have imposter syndrome, where people might feel as though they're a fraud or they didn't actually accomplish the things that they accomplish. Say you graduate college, you don't feel proud of yourself, you feel doubtful, you feel like you could have done better, you could have tried harder. It's a lot of self-esteem issues. A lot of people with ADHD do have defiant disorders. They tend to feel like an outsider, and that may lead to different diagnoses. They might have comorbid or co-occurring disorders such as OCD, BPD, and anxiety, depression, autism. Some therapies that could help could be DBT for OCD and BPD, CBT for anxiety, tapping, psychotherapy, mindfulness meditation, cold water for panic attacks. It can potentially stop a panic attack. I'm hoping that the viewers watching this are able to take these, research them, and look into what these are and what you can do to help fix it. So now I'm going to go into the more treatment aspect, some time management, some ways to help with procrastination. I would say the emotional regulation would stem more in the therapy realm, and other self-regulation techniques, which I can talk about in future videos. Time management from both the book and the ADHD Doomer video are to set timer goals. I want to complete this in 10 minutes. I am going to do this assignment in 10 to 30 minutes, whatever you are aiming for. Have a timer that vibrates instead of just makes the noise or makes the sound. You want it to also vibrate so it reminds you, like such as a watch. Put extra time for yourself. For me, I plan to be ready by 6 p.m. Guess what time I'm trying to be actually ready by? 2:30. I plan 3 or 4 hours ahead, and that's what works best for me, is to be 3 hours ahead. And guess what? I might be 30 minutes late. Prepare things early. Put your outfits out the night before, throughout the week. Chunk it up into little bits. If you have to pack, don't do it all in one time. It's going to be too overwhelming. Make things a challenge. How much can I meal prep in 10 minutes? Use ChatGPT to help you organize. I would ask, hey, I need to complete all these things, and this is how I need to organize it. Also, if you have a month to complete something, you got to think about, okay, for 20 days out of these months, I'm going to be doing XYZ. So I really only have 10 days to complete this assignment, or whatever it may be. A strategy that works for me personally is to give myself little rewards and breaks. I do work for 30 minutes to an hour, then I give myself a break of something I want, maybe a snack I want. I try not to have food as a reinforcer. I use the ABA approach, where I will work for a certain amount of time or complete a scholarship. I'm applying to scholarships. Then I will reward myself with 30 minutes of a TV show and playing a game that I like. Also, sticky notes can be placed in very specific places. For example, on your door when you're walking out, and you also need to mental check that you need to check your sticky note. You can't just put a sticky note somewhere you're probably not going to read it. If you put it in a place you have to see it, or right when you wake up, somewhere like that, it could help. Play out your choices in a visual way. Think about, if I start playing this video game, I'm going to start playing for 30 minutes, then an hour. I have all of these other things to do, and then I'm gonna get hungry, and then I'm gonna want to do this and maybe drink some alcohol, whatever. Think about all the steps that starting to play a video game when you have other things to do is going to lead you. If you need to take breaks and you know that video games are going to take you down this path, then take a break doing something else that you know you're going to be able to get off of. Set your intentions. You can set your intentions to be lazy. This is mostly information from the ADHD Doomer video, where you can set intentions to do nothing for a day. As long as you're being able to trust yourself, you are going to have more control over your life. You can set intentions to go to work, and after, you're not going to do anything. Instead of, say you have your day off and you're very excited for it, and you end up being on your phone the entire day, then you'll be disappointed with yourself and you're going to feel exhausted, because even the day that you have off, you know, oh, I have to do this little thing, I have to do these chores, I have to go to the store. And the whole time you're going to be thinking about that, and it's a mental drainage because you're basically fighting yourself in the procrastination. And that's why you're so tired after doing nothing all day. or nothing all day. The final thing, and this is also ADHD doomer video, is to shift your attitude from not all things are positive and not all things are negative. It actually contradicts with the ADHD for smart ass women, because Tracy Osuka says to focus on the positive more, which I think is good, is to focus on our success, focus on our accomplishments, but also to prevent yourself from being disappointed when you do have these accomplishments. What kicks in? The imposter syndrome. So in order to prevent this, shifting your mindset so that you don't see work as a bad thing, you don't see video games as a good thing, or TV as a good thing. You can see them as a gray area where you can make work and more non-preferred things fun. For me, I make like a little concert out of cleaning the bathroom. Like I'll like sing my songs. I'll honestly pretend I'm a celebrity and I'll sing my songs, and that helps me a lot. And I actually enjoy cleaning. It helps me get out some anxiety and stress when I clean, even though I hate bathrooms. Time in nature, it doesn't give you the reinforcement you're wanting so fast, such as caffeine. It's giving you the fast reinforcement, but over the long term, it can be similar to what Adderall gives you and what an antidepressant might give you, because of the endorphins that it releases over time. So I'm not saying it's a complete replacement to medication, but it can be very helpful to just move your body. Just a little bit of exercise, it can really allow you to get not only your sensory out, but it also allows you to process, it allows you to get to more of your creative side, and it gives you those endorphins that you are missing out on as someone with ADHD. Okay, I have touched over everything I wanted to touch up on, and I actually have another video for this book where it talks about time management and sleep and foods you can eat. There are so many little Easter eggs in this book that have helped me so much with ADHD, including investing and finances. This book really helped me, and it is easy to read. You don't have to read it in order. I really do recommend it. If you want more details, I would definitely look into the book. Hope you enjoy this one. I know people have been wanting more neurodivergent content, and I can't wait to keep making videos and help people that feel like me and have that outsider's identity, like I mentioned. And yeah, maybe feel a little less alone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.